Hey Beauty Babes, welcome to my channel. I'm Maria, aka Agape Love Girl. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today it is makeup basket time. Now if you are new here, the way that I do my makeup baskets is that I will go through everything that I had in my basket for the previous month, March, to give you guys a little updated thoughts and opinions, maybe review I guess on the products if I have any other thoughts on them, and then I will put them away or decide to keep them in for another month for this month. And once I kind of empty out the March basket, then I will go in and put some new stuff in for this month of April. So if you are only interested to see the new products I'm going to be putting in the basket for this month, I'll put a timestamp on the screen so you can skip ahead. But with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. So March, I had a lot of products in here that were kind of panned or almost used up that I want to keep in here so I can attempt to use them up. And I actually did successfully use up quite a bit of products this month. Normally I already put them aside in my little empties bin, but I decided to keep them in here and I figured I'd just kind of go over them really quickly just to show you, because I'm really, really proud of my progress here. So I'm going to go through those really quickly, and then after that we'll kind of go in order from like primers, foundations, and all that stuff in order. So anyways, I went through 2 setting sprays last month. So I finished up the Urban Decay All Nighter Summer Solstice scent. This is a limited edition one. Basically, it's just the scent that's limited edition, but it's just the regular All Nighter setting spray, one of my faves. And then I did finish up the Revolution Pro Hydra Matte Fixing Spray with hyaluronic acid and vitamin E. A really great spray. Really enjoyed this. Okay, I know I finished up a concealer. Well, I think basically both of these concealers are finished up. I probably can get like maybe another use out of this. I'm going to zoom in real quick. Okay, so this one is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind. I think there's still some product like in the tip that could kind of get some use out of, but pretty much it is gone and I'm just going to be done with it because it's not very much product. But as you can see, it is emptied out, and I'm really proud of the progress I made in finishing this up. I actually didn't think I would finish it this month, but yeah, I did. So anyways, that one got finished up, and this is one of my favorite drugstore concealers. I think it's a great concealer. And then this one, you can't tell because I feel like it's pretty well coated all the way around. You can see some emptiness here, but this is empty. I keep trying to scrape the sides and I'm really not getting any product out, but this is the Catrice Liquid Camouflage Concealer. I really love this concealer. I think it's a really great one, has really good coverage, very, very pigmented, a little bit more on the drying side, but I actually don't mind that. I like it because I feel like it sets down really well, and it doesn't really need to be set with powder. I typically do set with a little bit of powder still just because I like powders. But if you watched I did a video recently of like my updated base routine, and it was a routine I kind of was doing for a little bit without powders or minimal powders. So it was my minimal powder base routine, and this is the concealer I use along with the Catrice foundation, and those are a really great combo of products you can use without much powder or any powder at all. But anyways, this is a really great concealer. I finish it up. I do think I would like to purchase another one, but I think before I do that, I want to use up a few more concealers in my drawer before I purchase another concealer. But this is a really great one, very, very affordable, so I really like it. But yeah, that got used up this month. And I think there's one other thing in here. This, yes. Okay, so I also finished up my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. This is of course just a little like deluxe sample size, travel size, or whatever, but there's still quite a bit of product in these, and I finished it up this month. And I think that's it for everything I finished up this month. So now we'll kind of go backtrack and go through things in order. So we're gonna move on to primer. So I had 4 primers in here last month. I had the She Knows 24 karat Elixir Serum Primer. This one was a repeat that was in my basket for what's before March, January, February, for February, and then I kept it in here for last month, March, so I could continue getting some use out of it. I really do like this primer quite a bit. I don't necessarily feel like or can tell that it really added any benefits as far as longevity for my foundation or anything like that, but I did like it as a step for prepping my skin. I felt like when I used this, it didn't really mess up the wear of my foundation, where the reason I'm mentioning that is because a couple of these other primers I feel like did mess up my foundation a little bit. I'll get into that. But this is a really nice serum. It feels really great on the skin. I love that it's actually a serum, and so it kind of really, what's the word I'm thinking of, melds into the skin, or there's a word for it, I can't think of it. penetrates into the skin. I don't know. It goes into the skin really, really well and leaves it feeling very hydrated, very just soft and smooth, and just really prepped and prepared for the rest of my face. So I really enjoyed this. I think I'm going to go ahead and put... I think this is going to be a maybe. I think I do want to continue using this. I'm not sure what other primers I'm going to continue using this month, because I seriously, at this point, I'm so sick of primers. But because this one isn't like a typical primer, I liked it. I like it a lot. So I think this might be a maybe to keep in my basket for April as well. Okay, so moving on to the Good Molecules. This is a silicone-free priming moisturizer. I thought I would like this a little bit more just because it is silicone-free. I'm not a fan of silicone primers. And it's supposed to be like a priming moisturizer. I like moisturizing products, but this just didn't wow me. I don't feel like it really did much as far as moisturizing. Like, I just didn't feel like it really did anything. I don't feel like it disturbed my makeup. I don't think it helped my makeup, but I just don't feel like it did anything. So I felt like when I used it, it was just like an extra step that really did nothing. And I feel really bad because I hear a lot of really good things about Good Molecules, but I don't know. I just felt like it didn't really impress me. It's not a product that I would say was bad, but there wasn't anything I could think of that is stand out and really great about it either. It's just okay. So this one I'm going to go ahead and take out of my basket this month. And in case I forgot to say it, this is a product that I had in for February as well that I wanted to continue using this month and see if it did anything. But yeah, I just didn't feel very impressed by it. So next up are two new primers that I was testing out all last month, and these are primers from Revlon that I get sent in PR. And at first I felt like I liked these okay. I feel like they work pretty decent with other foundations that I know and love and that I feel like work already, that I know how well the foundation works. And so I didn't really think much of them. I will say, okay, so one of them is the Prime Plus Perfecting and Smoothing. It's a Makeup Plus Skincare Primer with vitamin B5 and hyaluronic acid. And then this one in the yellow cap is Primer Plus Brightening Plus Skin Tone Evening. It says complex infused with lemon extract and vitamin E and C. And I thought I would like the one with hyaluronic acid a little bit more, this pink one, but I ended up liking the brightening one a little bit better. Let me go ahead and squeeze them out. I do feel like it has, see how it has this little bit of a tint? Let me go ahead and zoom in so you can see better. So it has a little bit of a tint to it. I do feel like it is brightening, like it has some kind of shimmer-ish-ness to it. It's not like a shimmer where you're gonna have like glitter on your face, but I feel like it definitely has this brightening effect to it, and I really enjoyed it. I like the texture. I think it's nice and creamy and smooth, and it absorbs. Oh, that's the word, absorbs. That's the one I was trying to think of for the She Knows. It absorbs into the skin really well. But this one I feel like absorbs into the skin pretty well too. But the one with hyaluronic acid, this pink one, I felt like it was a little bit thicker. This one is clear, so I'm going to pump some out. This one is much more of a silicone-y filling primer, and I feel like this one this one messed with my makeup. Again, not with foundations that I know and love. Like I had my Pure Cosmetics Love Your Selfie foundation in here. When I used these primers with this foundation, I felt like it worked well, nothing messed with it. But interestingly enough, when I used these primers in conjunction with the actual Revlon foundations, I had issues and it wasn't working. And at first I thought that I didn't like the Revlon foundation, so I was like, this foundation sucks, this is terrible. And then one day I decided to try the foundation without the primer. And then I actually like the foundation a little bit more. Now I do plan on doing, I haven't filmed it yet, but I do plan on doing a more dedicated video testing out the Revlon products and sharing more of my thoughts as well. I still have my beauty replay video where I'm going to be talking about these, so I don't want to go into too much depth and repeat myself too many times, but you guys get a little bit of a heads up here in this video right away. But anyways, when I tried the foundations without the primers, I felt like they performed quite a bit better, and I'll have more details in those other videos I mentioned. But anyways, due to the fact that these didn't work well with their own foundations from the same brand, I thought that was really, really interesting. So I will say that I didn't hate these primers, but I don't really care for them that much either. The pink one specifically, I don't think I will continue using. I may use the brightening one here and there, but I don't think it'll be something I really want to reach for or imagine feeling like, oh, I must have this in my routine. Like I used it last month to test it out and to try it, but it wasn't something that really, really wowed me. But again, if I had to recommend one versus the other, I like the brightening one better. And on that note, I am not going to be keeping these in my makeup basket this month, but I will be using them this month because all last month I really didn't film very much. I was kind of taking a little bit of a break from YouTube, so I didn't really film that much. And like I said, I still plan to film a dedicated video using my Revlon products, so I will have these out to use for that video. But other than that, they won't necessarily stay in my makeup basket for the month. Let's go ahead and move on to setting spray. So like I already showed in the very beginning, I used up 2 of my setting sprays that were my main setting sprays in here, and then additionally I did have the Derma E Blue Light Shield Spray, which isn't necessarily a setting spray. It's kind of like a priming spray as well as a refreshing spray. It can be used as a setting spray. I actually didn't really reach for this too much, but I did use it here and there, and as you can see, I've used up almost half of it. So I've used it here and there, but it wasn't the main setting spray I used. I think I may continue just to keep it in there and just grab it every once in a while, because mostly when I did use it, it was more as a kind of touch-up spray or just like a little refresher spray, so that's why I didn't use it a ton. And I do enjoy it, but I don't really have any major thoughts on it either. So I'm gonna go ahead and just keep this in my basket and just use it as a touch-up spray like I've been using. And then since I did use up my other setting sprays, I went ahead and grabbed these 2 out of my drawer to use up during the time I had run out of those. So I grabbed out the Pixie Glow Mist, and then I grabbed the Pixie Rose Glow Mist. So I'm going to go ahead and keep these since these are kind of new to my basket, only within the last month. I want to keep these in here for this month, and I'll probably still grab another setting spray. Or actually, I think I have a brand new setting spray that was sent to me that I may test out this month too. So these will stay in my basket for this month. So let's move on to foundation. So I have several foundations in here. One, like you already saw, is the Pure Love Your Selfie foundation. You guys all know by now, this is my favorite. I love it so much. I hate being without it. Unfortunately though, I feel like, and I mentioned this in another video, I think in my last chit chat get ready with me, that this shade is starting to get a little bit too dark on me. I'm not sure if it's just the fact that we have all been, you know, kind of stuck at home, not being able to go anywhere, and I haven't been outside as often, that I'm starting to get really pale, and this is starting to get dark on me. So I've been contemplating if I want to buy another shade that's lighter, just because I do not want to be without this foundation. I love it so much. But for now, until I decide if I'm going to buy another lighter shade, I'm going to go ahead and set this back in my drawer, put it away for the month. I actually do have another brand new foundation I'm going to be testing out that I think is going to be a good match for me. So it'll be the perfect time for me to set this away so I don't get tempted to pull it in and use it. Alright, and then as I already mentioned, and I did a video on these, I have the HD Liquid Coverage foundations. These are really, really great foundations. I discovered like a kind of different new way of using them and pretty much made a new routine of doing my makeup with minimal powders, which is very different for me. I just want to mention that again. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to link it in the eye. Definitely go check it out. But you can see these foundations in action and hear more of my thoughts about them and that routine of minimal powders if that's something you're interested in. So anyways, really enjoyed these foundations. I'm glad I gave them another shot this last month, but I'm going to go ahead and put these away for the month as well. Lastly, I had new foundations from Revlon, like I kind of already mentioned earlier when talking about the primers. And these ones, I don't want to go into too much thought here, but I will briefly just say right now, I think these foundations are okay. Like I said at first with the primers, I thought these were terrible. I did not like them until I tried them on their own without any primer underneath. And I was like, okay, they're not as bad as I thought. Like the primer was making these not work at all, but since using them without the primer, I do like them a little bit more, but they still would not be a foundation I would say I really love. I don't even know if I would really actually recommend them, because these were sent to me in PR, so I don't know the price of them, but I do believe that Revlon is a little bit more of a pricey brand for the drugstore. So that, on top of the fact that I just don't think these perform the greatest, I don't think I would recommend them. If I had to pick one versus the other, I think the regular one works a little bit better than the glow one for my personal preference. Even though I have dry skin, I just don't like a foundation that stays kind of dewy or tacky, and I feel like the glow one does, so I don't like that. Also, this one kind of creased on me in a lot of my lines. I just didn't like that, and I felt like even when I set it with powder and I used a lot of powder, I still got creasing, so I just did not like that. Secondly, there's not a lot of product. These are under an ounce of product, which usually for foundations you're getting a full fluid ounce of product. These are under that, and I feel like you have to use quite a bit to get a decent coverage. I'm not even someone who loves a full coverage, but if you want something more than light coverage, you have to use quite a bit of product. And I feel like, I don't know if you can tell, like I've used so much of these already, and I've only used them this last month, and even then I was using other foundations as well, so I wasn't just using these, but I feel like I've almost used these all up. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend them. These, like I said, same with the other Revlon products, I'm going to keep in my basket so I can film that video, but other than that, after that I'll remove them from my basket this month. All right, and then I did stick this in here. I can't remember what. One day I feel like I just wanted something really quick and easy that I knew that worked. And I don't know, I just decided to go into my drawer and pull this back out. So this wasn't originally in my basket for March, but I put it in there, I don't know, the last week of March or something. But this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Redness Correcting Cream. It's not actually a foundation, and I don't think everybody can use it as foundation, but it happens to be in a shade, because there's only one shade it comes in. It happens to be in a shade that works for me, and I really like to use it. And this one's kind of my older one, so it's starting to get dried out, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna pull it out, I'm gonna use it. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep it in my makeup basket for this month of April and use this up, because I remember really loving it. I stopped using it as I started getting a little bit darker for the summer, but now I'm at a spot where this shade kind of matches me. So I'm just going to keep this in here. It's a product I know I love. It's very quick and easy to use on days that I just want to do my makeup like this without really having to think about it. That was a horrible snap, like this. Anyways, without having to think about it. So I'm going to keep that in here and go ahead and just try to use it up. That's something that's kind of been my goal the last couple of months. I would say probably maybe I'm making it a goal for the new year, is just to start really using up my products. I'm not someone who gets into product pan or anything like that, but I have so much product and I'm always tempted to buy more product, but I really want to focus on using up the product I have, especially because so much of my products are getting so old. I just need to use them up. So that's what I'm going to do. And I actually do have a backup of this because I thought I was going to use it up before I'd purchased the next one. I didn't want to be without it, but this a little bit goes a long way. So I'd purchased an extra one while it was on sale and didn't finish it up before I got my tan. So anyways, I got to use this up. So let's move on to concealers. I only have one left in here because, as you saw in the beginning, the two other concealers I completely used up. I really didn't think I was going to actually use them up, but I did. I'm so proud of myself. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, which is a concealer they no longer carry. So I am going to go and keep this in my basket this month as well, because I'm trying to use it up as well. It's kind of a little bit of an older product. I feel like I still have probably at least another full month left, but I'm actually almost done with this as well. So I just want to use it up and get it out of my collection. But this is a concealer that I really do love and enjoy. So I just need to use it up and finish it up. All right, so now let's go into powders, I guess. So I have in here my standard staple powder. It's in the Cover Effects jar, but this is my Frankenstein powder. It's a mix of the RCMA No Color powder, the Too Faced Tutti Frutti powder, and the Ben Nye banana powder. So it's just like my little mix of powders I like to use as a loose powder for a variety of things. So that's going to stay in there as usual. I also have these two powders. So this is the Urban Decay The Fix Powder Foundation, which I really like just as a little bit of a setting powder here and there, very lightly. I use this again also in my minimal powders foundation routine. Great powder. I think, do I want to keep this in here? This is going to be a maybe. I may or may not put that back away. I'll see if there's anything else I can use, maybe something new. And then this is my Urban Decay Naked Illuminizing Setting Powder that I really love for setting under the eyes. Hit pan on this. I wonder if they're discontinuing this as well, because I went online to see if I could purchase it and I can't find it anywhere with the exception of the Urban Decay website, which makes me wonder if it's not going to be available after so long. So that makes me sad because this is one of my favorite setting powders. So anyways, that's going to stay in my basket this month as well. And then, oh, I had this. This is the Urban Decay All Nighter powder. Really ended up liking this quite a bit. As you can see, it's a little bit of a darker powder, but it is translucent. It doesn't really add any like cakiness or coverage. I do use a very light, fluffy brush when using it, so maybe that's why maybe you could get a little bit more coverage. I'm not sure, but I did really like this. I like that it doesn't feel too heavy on the skin. I do feel like it definitely does have some waterproof powers to it, so I really enjoyed it. I think I'm going to go ahead and put this away for this month though. Let's move on to some bronzer. So in here I had my Pure Cameo Contour, and this is actually almost gone. I use this quite a bit. You guys would see this in action in my base routine with minimal powders. I used cream products, but I realized that, look it, I'm almost done with this as well. So this is the end of the product. So I've made a good dent in this. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and keep this in my makeup basket as well and try to use this up too. Might as well, it's a little bit of an older product too. I've had it for it's probably expired, I'm sure. Oh well, 24 months. I think that's probably about as long as I've had it. So this is a perfect time to use it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep this in my makeup basket as well and try to finish that up this month. Make some progress in my products. Okay, and then I have the several Pure Cosmetics products. I have the Pure Bronzing Act. This is a product that I do really love. Love the way it smells. Smell it right now. It smells like Cocoa Puffs or vanilla or something. It's so good. But I'm gonna go ahead and put this away this month because I will have other ones that I do want to focus on. So I'm gonna put that away this month. All right, then I have the Revlon Skin Lights bronzer. This is their prismatic bronzer, so it's kind of a light bronzer, and it's prismatic because it does have a little bit of a sheen to it, and it looks so light. I honestly thought that this wouldn't work for me as a bronzer. I didn't even think I would like it. I thought it was going to be way too light, and the shimmer looks pretty intensely shimmery here. Look how light that is. But I actually ended up really liking this. In several videos this month, this is the bronzer I was using. Surprisingly, it goes on pretty pigmented. I feel like it works really well with my skin. I really like this bronzer a lot more than I thought I would. And even though it has a little bit of a shimmer to it, it doesn't look sparkly or glittery on the face. It does give your skin like a nice sheen or a glow, but not like you're wearing a highlighter. It's not like a highlighty bronzer. I feel like it's just a very natural glow and looks really pretty. So I think I'm going to go ahead and keep this in my makeup basket this month. You're also going to see it again, even though I've shown it in other videos. I haven't really mentioned it because a lot of the other videos I've done, I haven't really talked about the products, but I have used them, and this is, I'm pretty sure, it's been the one I've been using. But like I said, I'm going to be doing the dedicated video on the Revlon products, so you guys will see it in action again, but this will stay in my basket this month. And then the other bronzer I have in here is this little trio one. This is one that I was working on panning this month, even though it's a new product to me, but it's the Urban Decay Threesome Palette in the shade Naked. So I got a bigger dent in the palette this month, but I actually didn't use this as much as I thought I would because I was testing out the Revlon one, ended up really liking it. So I kind of forgot about this palette, but I do want to go ahead and keep this in my makeup basket again because this is something that I am working on using up. So that's going to stay in there. And let's go ahead and move on to blushes since that's already there. As you can see, there's a blush here, but I don't use this one as much. It's a matte blush. It's also a very corally colored blush. So I feel like it hasn't really gone well with a lot of the looks I've done. So I don't know. I'll try to use this a little bit more this month, but this is staying in my makeup basket, so of course it'll get some use. Oh, then I have another kind of Project Pan-y type of product for my makeup basket. And this is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores blush, which I have made more progress on. So this, I imagine I will probably use up this month of April. So I'm really excited about that, and I will go ahead and keep it in my makeup basket this month as well. Then I had two new blushes from Pure. The first one is, these are their blushing acts. This one is in the shade Pretty and Peach. This is a really nice blush shade, and I really like it, even though it's a little bit brighter like this one from Urban Decay. It has a big, like kind of a little bit more of a neutral, like where this is really warm and bright coral, and this has some kind of warm corally tones in it and peachy tones in it, but it has these other little layers of more neutral, deeper shades, and then these brighter shades and these pinkier shades. So it's like a nice little mix. I feel like it was a little bit more friendly, a little bit more neutral to go with more looks. So I think I'm going to go and keep this one in my makeup basket this month because I just really enjoyed using it and want to get some more use out of it. And then they also had sent me, I got these in PR by the way if I didn't say that, this one, this is in the shade Berry Beautiful. This is a stunning shade. It's a little bit too, I mean, I did use it a couple times this month, but I have to use it very light-handedly because they're very pigmented blushes. But this is also just a very dark blush for me right now. Let's watch that. Look how pretty it is. Very beautiful shade. This would be a really beautiful eyeshadow shade as well, but I'm going to go ahead and put this one away this month since I did test it out. I think this will be a great shade for me in the summer when my skin's a little bit darker. And you know what, just for the heck of it, let me go ahead and just swatch those other shades. So right here, I'll just do it here. This is the Urban Decay one, and then here is the Pure Cosmetics one. So you can see this one's a little bit more neutral, a little bit more everyday wearable. This one's just very bright. It's a beautiful shade, but very bright. And this one's quite dark. So this one just seems like the perfect kind of everyday shade for me lately. So Lastly, let's move on to highlighters. So I had 3 highlighters in here. This is the Covergirl Clean Fresh Cooling Glow Stick. This is a repeat in there, I'm pretty sure from February. I wanted to use this a little bit more. This is one that I used also in my minimal powders base routine. Really ended up liking it a lot more than I thought I would. I'm someone who's not super big into cream products for the face, like as far as cream contour, cream highlight, but I end up really liking this quite a bit. But I'm kind of like phased out of using it. I have a couple new highlighters that I'm going to be trying this month, so I'm going to set this one aside. Then I had the Gerard Cosmetics Star Powder in the shade Marilyn. This is a really beautiful highlighter. I used this in one of my Get Ready With Me's. It was either my Faith Chats Get Ready With Me or my Q&A Get Ready With Me. But anyways, a really beautiful highlighter, one of my favorites. And so I really enjoyed using it this month, but I am going to go ahead and set this one back in my drawers this month to make way for some new ones. And then lastly for the highlighters is this one from Revlon. Again, another product that I got in PR. This is their Prismatic highlighter, and it's in the shade Twilight Gleam. I actually end up really liking this. This has a really beautiful, like, what is this, dragon scaly type of imprint, so I think it's really cute. Now initially when I first started using it, and you can see how it kind of like looks like it's rubbed off the sheen, so I thought, oh, it's gonna be one of those things that just has like overspray and then it's not gonna be as nice afterwards. But no, I don't know why it has this look, but either way it still looks really nice on. I've really enjoyed using it. I'm gonna go ahead and just swatch it. Look how beautiful that is. Really pretty. I'm pretty sure I've used this in a couple of my videos recently as well, so you've probably already seen it in action whether you knew it or not. But again, I'm gonna do that dedicated video. You'll see it better. And I think this may or may not stay in my makeup basket after I do that video. I really did enjoy it. Like I said, I do have some new highlighters I'm going to be testing out this month, but this may be something I want to keep reaching for as well. I'm not quite sure, but it'll at least be in here until I do that video. All right, and that is it. My makeup basket is empty except for these little cards. I like to keep these cards in here because when my little hand fan is not charged, I will use this to fan myself when I apply my setting spray. So anyways, that's it for my makeup basket. I'm going to put everything back in here that I'm going to be keeping, and then we will move on to the new stuff. Actually, really quick, I'll talk about the palettes that I was using last month, and I will have at least 1 or 2 new palettes to try this month, but some of these I'm going to go ahead and keep in here for this month because I want to continue using them, and some of them I want to create some content with. So I have the Lottie London, what is this even called? The Jewels little palette. This is a really wonderful palette. I want to do a video. I haven't really filmed with this, so I would like to do a video with this. It might just be for IGTV, but I'm not quite sure. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and stay. Then I have this. This is the Sydney Grace Danny's Dream Bundle. It came with just like the eyeshadow singles. I put them in this little palette, but I've used these a ton last month. Really been enjoying these. I have a full review coming up soon. I was hoping for that video to be up before this makeup basket video, but it's kind of a longer video and is requiring a lot of editing because I just chatted way too much in that video, so I kind of have to really edit it down. But it's going to include my review, it's going to include an interview I did with the owners of Sydney Grace, it's going to include 2 tutorials, it's going to include swatches and things like that. So if you're interested, stay tuned. I'm really excited about that video, so I hope you guys will love it. But I'm going to keep these up here because I want to continue playing with these and using these and maybe create some more content with them for my channel if you guys want to see that. I've just been really loving the Sydney Grace shadows. And then I have another, this is a palette from Sydney Grace, and this will also be included in that review, swatches and all that stuff, a tutorial with this. Isn't this such a stunning palette? Like, I'm so in love. But I want to keep using this month as well. I just can't get enough of it. It's stunning. All right, and then for the last couple of months, I did have the Elements palette. I had hoped to maybe record some more tutorials with this, but I just feel like that last one I didn't get as many views. I'm not sure how much interest there is. If you guys want to see it, definitely request it, but I think I'll probably set this aside for this month. And then I also had the Afrique palette by Juvia's Place, and I did play around with this a little bit more this month. Did really enjoy it, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and set it aside. Like I said, and I'll show later on because it's coming in the mail today, so I'm hoping I get it before I'm done filming this video, but that'll be at the end of this video, some new shadows that I'll be playing with this month. So anyways, those 2 will be set aside. All right, so here is my base drawer, which looks absolutely insane. I'm kind of overflowing with setting spray, so it's kind of perfect that I finally used up 2 of them. Now you guys already saw I did did keep 2 setting sprays in there from Pixi, but I would like another kind of like standard setting spray. So I have 2 of these ones from Urban Decay, a regular all-nighter. This is the all-nighter plus pollen protection, which I was really interested in trying, but I kind of like, I don't know if I want to right now since I can't even really go outside very much. So I might save that to test out when I could actually go outside. So I'm kind of thinking that I might pull out, I really want to go back and start using my Ofra Cosmetics setting spray, the Makeup Fixer. This is such a great setting spray, and look how big it is. This is so huge, and it's honestly like so affordable, like one of the most affordable setting sprays out there. Really, really love it. But I'm kind of, as I'm looking here, realizing I have a lot of other open setting sprays that I probably need to start using up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and pull out these 2 here. This is, look at the, lost its color. It used to be like a really vibrant pink. So I wonder if, let me smell this. Yeah, it still seems to smell good. So anyways, this one is actually like, I think, a prepping spray, hydrating spray. You can use it to prep your skin. Sorry if I'm totally out of focus, but anyways, you can use it to prep your skin and refresh your skin and set your skin. So this is from Glow Recipe. I'll stick that in here. And then this one is from Dalton. It's their Skin Reviving Setting Mist. So another really great one, but I've had it for quite a while. So I'm going to pull it out and see if we could get some use out of these, maybe finish them up too. Next up, primers, and I kind of feel like I somewhat want to just stick with that She Knows 24 Karat Serum Primer because I'm seriously just so over primers right now. I've never really been a big fan of primers, but I always try to put one in my basket so I could use them up because clearly I have a lot. But I'm seriously just kind of so over using primers. I feel like they mess with my makeup more than they help my makeup, but my skin has been a little bit dry lately, so I kind of think maybe I'll at least grab another primer that I know is good for hydrating. So one that I haven't used in a while is, oh my gosh, some of these are so old. Do I have, let's see, what I'm going to be using for, think about this Covergirl moisturizing one. I kind of think maybe I want to grab my Bioderma hydrating primer. Yeah. This one I remember really liking, so I'm going to grab this one. Yeah, my Bioderma Hydra Bio Serum. So that'll be my primer for the month. All right, as for foundations, I do have a brand new foundation. So I mentioned this one kind of last month, and this is the Tarte Found Sealer they sent me. So I did receive this in PR, but I realized that this shade, Medium Tan Sand, which is 38S, was quite dark for me. So I did reach out to them to see if they could send me a different shade, a lighter shade to try. And they said yes, but it did take a while. I literally just got this 2 days ago, so the replacement shade. So they sent me this shade, and this is the shade 35G Medium Golden. I did do a little swatch test on my face the other day, and it looks like it's going to be the perfect match for me. So I'm really, and actually just swatching it on my face, it felt really, really nice. So I'm really, really excited to try it. I don't really know much about this foundation at all, but it says it's multitasking and found sealer. I imagine it's going to be like a foundation concealer in one, which sounds similar to my Pure Cosmetics Love Your Selfie foundation, which is a foundation concealer in one. So I have high hopes for this, but I'm really, really excited to try it out. So this will be the new foundation in my basket this month that I'm really going to try to focus on. And then you guys saw that I did have my IT Cosmetics correcting cream in there, which there's not very much left. So if I feel like I want an easy day, that's in there. But I kind of feel like I might want to grab another foundation to have in my basket that I know works. It's kind of a tried and true that I don't have to worry about in case this is one that I'm like having difficulties with. So I'm going to look for one more, hopefully, let's see, that'll be a good shade for me as well right now. Maybe this one. I've kind of felt inspired by Raw Beauty Christie. She pulled this one back out. It's the CoverGirl Healthy Vitalist Elixir. Now I guess this is something that's no longer available, so it might be something I should pull out and start using up anyways because it's probably getting old. But I do remember really loving this foundation quite a bit, so it'll be just an easy one that I know I like, that I can use on days I just want to quickly do my makeup without having to think about it. So I'll go ahead and keep that in there as well. Now for concealer, I only have one concealer left in my makeup basket, which is the Naked Skin one. So I need another really good concealer that I know I love. Let's see what I want to. Something I should just use up as well. Like I have so many concealers. I probably just need to use up. Oof. I'm kind of tempted to pull out this It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer. I haven't used that in ages. I remember really liking it. A little bit goes a long way, but I don't really remember my full thoughts on it. So I think I'm going to pull that out and start using it. And then another one, maybe that's more affordable. I kind of think I want to pull out... Did I just have... I think I had the Covergirl. No, I did just have this one in my basket. So maybe these ones. I have some from Elf, right? No, that's Wet n Wild. This is Elf. Oh, over here I have more concealers. So yeah, I think I have some from Elf. This one might be a good concealer. Yeah, the Elf Camo Concealer. I think I want to stick that in my basket this month. So we'll have those as my concealers. Okay, I just realized I was totally out of focus and out of frame for a lot of that. I do apologize. So these are the ones, I decided to go and grab this one too. So I have two from Elf. This is their just regular... I don't know, one of their concealers, I don't remember what it's called, it doesn't have a name on it, but this one right here in the square tube, this is one of their newer ones. It's the Camo Concealer, so I'll have that, and then the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye Concealer, which is a really thick, creamy concealer, so I'll have those in there for this month. Okay guys, this is going to look a little bit different because I have to edit this in. I just finished up my makeup basket and then remembered that there were some other new products I was going to be including here. I had set them on my dresser right next to me so I wouldn't forget them, and then I did forget them. But anyways, I had mentioned earlier in the video that I had a brand new setting spray to try out and I totally forgot about it. But this is the new setting spray. It is from Tarte Cosmetics. It's their Maracuja Miracle Mist. I don't know if this is a brand new product in general or just something that's new to me. I've not heard of it before, but I'm really excited to try it. It looks like it'll be an aerosol spray. I haven't even opened it yet. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. So, yeah, it looks like it'll be like a nice spray. So I'm really, really excited to give that a try. So I'll have that is something new in addition to their new found sealer that I'll be trying. And then they also sent me this. This is their Maracuja Tinted Hydrator. But unfortunately, kind of like the found sealer they sent me, this is the same shade as that first one they sent me that's too dark. So it's that very same medium tan sand. And I already did a little swatch test on my face and it's very, very dark for me right now. It feels amazing, so I'm kind of bummed that again this is a little bit too dark, and I kind of don't want to reach out again and be like, can you send me another one of this other thing you sent me, because it feels weird. So I'll have to just maybe test this out in the summer when this will be my shade. But yeah, this feels amazing. So if any of you guys have tried it, let me know what you think, because it looks like it would be amazing. But that's something new. And then they also had sent me this little Maracuja Glossy Lip Oil. So I don't necessarily include lip products in my makeup baskets, but this is something new that I have and I'll be trying this month. So I figured I might as well just mention it. But anyways, just a quick little edit in of that setting spray I'll be adding to my basket this month as well. Alright, and so for powders, I feel like I want to grab like a different powder to stick in here this month. I kind of am tempted to pull this out. This is brand new, so this is the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder that I really love. I'm going to pull out here. So I have this other one, remember, it's the empty jar with my Frankenstein powder, but this is actually the real one, and I remember really, really loving it. So I think I want to pull this out and actually finally use this. So it's been brand new in here, but I want to pull it out and use it as another option for setting powder. And then blush, I know I have the Pure Blush and the It Cosmetics blush. Do I need any other blushes in my makeup basket this month? I'm going to go ahead and just say no for now. I don't think that I feel like maybe I want one that's a little bit more... No, I think that one will be fine. Okay, so no extra blush this month. Highlight. Oh, I was gonna pull out some new highlights from here because I actually cleaned up my office a little bit this month, so you might be noticing this is a little bit more full. I rearranged my office, have been attempting to reorganize it. I'm not completely done, but I found some new products in a variety of different places. And this is one of them, like a new highlighter that I've had for a while. It looks really, really interesting. It's from a brand called... Actually, I'm not even sure what... I think maybe... I don't know if Stroboscope is the brand name or if that's the name of the highlighter, or Moon Play is the name of the brand, or if it's the name of the highlighter. But basically, this is, maybe Moon Play is the name of the brand. I'm not sure, but I've had this for a bit. I was sent it randomly. I can't remember how I got it. But anyways, it is a highlighter. It's a powder highlighter. It looks really, really beautiful, as you can see. The jar is very, very interesting, so I kind of really want to give that a try from an interesting brand that I've never really heard of before. So, but it looks intriguing. I've had it for a long time. It's about time I give it a shot. So that'll go in my makeup basket this month. And then I have these two new products I was sent from a friend, Larissa. She got them in BoxyCharm and she said she wouldn't use them and asked if maybe I wanted to test them out. So I've never tried anything from Fenty or Zoeva. So I figured, yeah, I would love to give them a try. So she sent me the Fenty Beauty Kilowatt Highlighter in the shade Trophy Wife, which we all know is that really beautiful bright gold highlighter. I actually really like gold highlighters. I'm not sure if this will be too gold for my skin tone or not, but I'll give it a shot. It looks absolutely stunning and just magical. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh my goodness. See, this would be a beautiful eyeshadow as well. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Okay, I will be testing this out as a face highlighter, but if anything, this will be a really gorgeous eyeshadow. Okay, and then from Zoeva, this is the Premier... I think it's a highlighting palette, but it might actually have a blush in here too, so it's probably good that I didn't grab another blush. So let me double check on this. Okay, yeah, so this does... Oh no! My gosh, did you guys see that? Oh my gosh. Oh, a little bit of a casualty. Oh, that makes me so sad. Oh my gosh. Literally just opening this for the first time. It must have had a little oopsie in shipping. Ooh, it's a very, very soft powder, so it feels like I could just maybe press it back in right here. That's cool. Okay, so a little bit of casualty, but I think it's going to be okay. That's really pretty though. Let me do a little swatch here. Ooh, this is kind of like a blushy. Gosh, I'm so out of frame. I'm sorry. I feel like out of practice doing these videos, but really, really pretty. Okay, so this is the blush and highlight palette. So there is a blush here. It looks like a little bit of a deeper shade, but I think that might actually work for my skin tone. That is a really gorgeous blush. Let me go ahead and... Ooh, it's so creamy. All of these are really, really beautiful. Let me swatch this highlighter as well. Might as well swatch the other one right next to it. So that's the palette here. So I'll have that to test out. So I'm gonna have to be very careful with it since I have a little oopsie with it, but I think just pressing it back in like this, it's doing okay. So anyways, I'll be testing that out this month. All right, and while I have the Urban Decay bronzer from the Threesome palette and then possibly going to keep the Revlon bronzer, I still think I want to grab another bronzer just in case, and I've been really wanting to try this one. This is one I've had for a long time from Urban Decay. It is their Beached bronzer in the shade Sunkissed. I've had it in this packaging and I don't think I've ever used it. I may have swatched it once maybe, I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Okay, so it looks like I've swatched it once, and I didn't think it would be a shade that would match me because it's so fair, but right now my skin is very fair, so now is the perfect time for me to give this a try. I'm gonna go and, yeah, that might work for me, I don't know. We'll see. So I want to put this one to the test this month as well. So it's kind of a lot of product, but if you guys are new around here, this is just what I do. I like to have a lot of options for my makeup basket. That's really the only way I can do a makeup basket, and this is like why I typically used to never do a makeup basket and never did Project Pan stuff, because I do not like limiting myself. I like to have a lot of variety, and when I'm in the mood to use something different, I want to be able to do that. So I like to give myself a lot of variety when it comes to my makeup basket. So I may or may not get a lot of use out of this or some of the other products, but I like the variety and the options. So this will be something that I put in my makeup basket this month. And I think, so I have, yeah, powders, blush, bronzer, highlight, setting sprays. I think that's going to be it. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to palettes. And I'll wrap up this makeup basket. Alright, unfortunately my package still has not arrived yet. I just checked the tracking and apparently it's not coming till 8 p.m. tonight. Unfortunately, I'm so bummed, but at least I can tell you really quick just because I'm so excited. So I'm getting some brand new shadows palette bundles from MBA Cosmetics. I'm going to show you right here the new ones, and hopefully maybe I'll just insert some of their video footage and photos, but I'm going to show you. I got this one. I'm so excited. Look how beautiful. So these are brand new shadows from NBA Cosmetics with new mattes and new silk effects. This is such a gorgeous, like, I'm so excited about this. Even though you guys know me, I'm not super big into blues, but this color scheme I think is so beautiful with the greens and the oranges and the blues. So stunning. So I'm meaning that one as well as this one. So I'm really, really excited to be creating some content with these new eyeshadow palette bundles that they have recently launched. So stay tuned to look forward to some content with those. I'm just so excited about those. So those will be some new eyeshadows I'll be playing around with this month, in addition to the Lottie London and some more of the Sydney Grace palettes that I plan to be using this month. But I also want to throw in here really quick before I do an overview of my makeup basket that I also got sent these brand new lashes. Lashes are not typically something I include in my makeup basket, but I still want to do a shout out to this lash brand, because this is a brand new brand created by a woman named Veronica. Her brand name is Virtuous by Veronica. She is a fellow Christian woman and reached out to me if I wanted to join her PR list and help with the launch of her brand. And I'm really excited to be partnering with not only a small business, a woman-owned business, but a fellow Christian. So I thought that was really, really cool. Her lashes look stunning, so I was totally up for giving them a shot. These ones that she sent me, this first pair is called Favored. So I love the packaging, how there's kind of like two lashes in one. It's really, really beautiful rose gold packaging. The style of these lashes actually really remind me of my favorites from Pure Cosmetics, the Bombshell lashes. So I'm really, really excited about that. And in addition to that, she did give me a discount code. I think it may be an affiliate code. I'm not quite sure yet. I'll let you guys know in the description box, but the code is Agape Love Girl, I believe. And I'll have all the details and information in the description box. So if you want to check out and support, you know, a brand new starting brand, woman-owned brand, I'll leave that information in the description box. But I had to give a quick shout out because this just looks so beautiful, and how exciting for someone to be starting their own brand. And I'm just really excited to be part of the start of that. I think that's so cool. So I want to give that a quick, this brand a quick mention. But anyways, here is what my makeup basket is looking like for the month of April. Quite a lot of stuff, but I'm really, really excited. There's a good mix of some brand new stuff as well as some oldies and goodies from my makeup collection. So I'm really, really excited to be playing around with my makeup basket this month. I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys are curious about any of the products that I have in here for this month, I always link everything that I have in my makeup basket for the month. So everything will be listed and linked in the description box if you guys want to check that out for any details and things like that. So anyways, that wraps it up for my makeup basket this month. I feel like it was a really, really long one. Either that or I'm just out of practice of filming, but my throat is starting to get dry. I need to grab my drink here and wrap up this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy. But until next time, much love and hugs to you. Bye, beauty babes.